While pregnancies require routine medical appointments and monitoring, high-risk pregnancies take up more time. That was the main concern of Heather Watkins, whose gestational diabetes diagnosis caught her off guard.
Being diagnosed with gestational diabetes was not easy. I was in pretty good health to start with, so I wasn't expecting it. I failed the first glucose test for the diabetes, and then about a week and a half later I did the second one, and I was just crossing my fingers that I wasn't going to fail the gestational diabetes glucose test, but I did. So I was brought into the gestational diabetes clinic, and it was fairly overwhelming with the amount of information I had to learn, and as well as the amount of monitoring I had to do. I think I was being asked to monitor my blood sugar 4 times a day. So that was scary to start with.
Heather was part of a telehomecare project that not only enabled her to take on a more active role in the management of her gestational diabetes, it allowed her to do so remotely, which meant fewer medical appointments. Her nurse, Catherine Higgins, explains.
If a patient has a high result, the computer will put them through a series of questions, and in the end will give them an option to increase their insulin dose. So if she had a high result in the morning and she didn't eat overnight and she didn't drink juice overnight to treat a low blood sugar, the computer will prompt her and say, you need to add 2 more units tonight.
Despite her initial concerns, her gestational diabetes was well managed, and Heather delivered a healthy baby girl. And thanks to digital health, it all required less time, effort, and money than it could have.
Because I was able to enter all of my information in on telehealth, it saved me having to go to the hospital at least weekly, if not more. And of course, every time you're going to the hospital for appointments, you're having to pay for parking. And I would much prefer to spend money on her than spend money on parking. So I really appreciated that benefit of it. It was also just more convenient. I could enter my information either on my cell phone or on the computer when I got home, so I wasn't tied to having to go to one place at a specific time. It was just the convenience factor for me made having a diagnosis of gestational diabetes just that much easier.